Welcome to the Garlic Boys podcast, where we treat friendship like a good recipe treats garlic. You can never have too much of it. We're your hosts. I'm Connor O'Connor.
And I'm the hero. I'm the hero that the world needs and also deserves and also really wants. I'm Cowboy Cutler. That's my name. That's my name, Cowboy Cutler. And I'm happy to save all of New York City, plus Orlando, plus Miami as well. I do the Miami area too. And like, oh man, I'm getting into my frat boy accent.
Whatever would that be on your mind?
I particularly favor the Chicago area. It's hometown. I mean, it's not my hometown. I don't have any attachments to Chicago area.
So your mustache just fallen off.
No, it is perfectly fine. It is perfectly fine. This is not a disguise at all to hide my true identity. I'm perfectly fine. I'm Cowboy. What did I say? Cowboy Cutler. That's me. Superhero of the world.
Speaking of superheroes that kind of look like you,
Right.
You remind me so much of Sam Elliott.
No,
right
Sam
now
Elliott. He actually
from Ghost Rider.
From Ghost. Oh man, I love that movie. I didn't get. The funny thing is, I was first. He got his look from me. Yeah, Sam Elliott was some. He was just a kid, you know, and he saw me and.
See, I believe that because even though he plays characters that are like deep and southern and mysterious and sexy, he's from Sacramento.
Is he really?
Yeah. I found that out this week and I was like, are you kidding me?
That's funny. Sorry.
What was that? Is that the cranberry cream egg?
No, this is the Gushers.
How many did you just put in your mouth?
Like 8. Listen, hero work is real tough work, and sometimes you just need a gusher, you know, or 8.
How do I put this lightly? I don't know if you want to continue putting gushers in your mouth, considering which episode this is.
Which episode is this?
Go check the RSS feed.
The what?
Go check the uploading software we use.
All right. Hold on. I'll be back.
Hold on. Matt's going to do that. I don't know what to talk about. I have something I want to tell y'all, but I feel like Matt should probably be fully listening to it when I tell you.
You're okay. First of all, Cowboy Cutler. Second of all, I don't have ADHD or anything because I'm a superhero. So you can definitely tell whatever you have to tell, and I will be fully dialed in. I promise you that.
No, you're not going. Well, you will be fully dialed in what I have to say, and then you'll stop looking at what I want you to look up because it's just one of those things. It's like, oh no.
What are you talking about? That's not me. I don't know how to do this at all.
Click on the Garlic Boys.
I am on the Garlic Boys right now.
Okay, it says episode number.
It says what?
Episode number.
Episode number. I'm on episodes.
Okay.
Where do you see episode number?
What are you on? What are you talking
about? I'm on.
So like you see the episode we uploaded last week. Noah's Ark Berries and Cyber Chase.
I go to all shows and I click on Garlic Boys.
Yes, and then it brings up
Noah's Ark Berries and Cyber Chase. Yes.
Okay, what episode was that?
68. I mean a bunch of gushers on 69. I'm about to bust like these gushers.
About to gush. I tell you what, sir.
Lord help me, I'm about to bust. Sorry, I had to. I'm gonna go get the regular podcast guy now. I'll be right back. It'll only take 2 seconds. Once I figure out the new update on the thing to get rid of the
same thing we've always been doing.
And I'm back. Hi, I'm Matt. What's up? I just saw Cowboy Cutler leaving. That was pretty crazy because he usually Chicago and the other couple other places. So it was really crazy to see him. As was he on the podcast?
Yeah, he was, and he said some stuff I'm not proud of. Can you make sure that he talks to the lawyers before he leaves?
Yeah. Hey. Hold on. I just he's right here. He didn't go just yet. Hey, Cowboy Cutler. You just need to clear some things with the lawyers. I'm sure it's fine. You'll be fine. It'll be all right. But be better next time. I'll see ya. Bye bye. See ya. Yeah. No. Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. I will definitely be your sidekick. Absolutely. Yeah. Uh-huh. Good stuff. Good stuff. Get out of here.
Why would you be a sidekick to a cowboy with a ketamine addiction?
Because superhero. I always wanted to be a superhero. You know that.
Man, it just seems like all of our superheroes that we know and look up to are doing some sort of drugs.
That's fair.
Speaking of drugs, I'm on some pretty good muscle relaxers.
Why?
I coughed myself to the hospital today.
It's like that one time you sneezed and threw out your back.
Buddy, it's so much worse than that.
Oh, Lord. What did you do?
I coughed and threw out my back.
Dude.
I coughed so hard today. The muscle made a popping sound.
Oh, no.
And then went that it was already hurting. And it went
Yeah.
from a throbbing pain to a deep searing pain.
Not good.
No, not especially good, given the fact that I've been told that deep searing pains is what it feels like when you tear a muscle.
Yeah.
And for the added bonus of I was driving while this happened.
Oh, my Lord.
Nothing happened. I was able to finish my drive. I stopped, grabbed breakfast, went to work.
You're alive, so that's what matters. And other people are too.
But when I got to work, I texted one of my friends that I work with, and I was like, hey, I cannot get out of this vehicle by myself. I need help. They took a little longer than I wanted them to because I was already late to work.
Yeah.
So another coworker. So I started yelling her name. She didn't hear me. And so I was like, fine. I'm just going to get out of this. I'm just going to do this. I got this. And I slide out of my truck, and all you hear is,
I don't mean to laugh at your pain, but that's a little funny.
So then I start waddling down my vehicle in just such an immense pain because, like, I can't move. So it's my back, like my upper back, but I can't move any part of the right side of my body without it hurting. And I don't know if you know this, but to walk, you need both halves of your body.
Yeah, it is pretty useful to have both.
Luckily, another coworker noticed that I was like clearly in physical pain because I'm very good at dealing with pain, and this was one of those things where, like, the mask fell, I could not do it.
Right.
And I don't want to reveal the circumstances of why it wasn't great that I was, you know, where I work. And so there was a situation happening that it was unfair that I had to show weakness. If that is cryptic enough for you to understand, I don't want to reveal it to everyone. And so that was an annoying part of this. But luckily they got they got someone who knew, like, EMT or like medical stuff to come over and look at me, and they were basically like, "Oh, you probably messed up your back pretty good." And and my boss came down and he's like, "I'm taking you to the hospital."
Good
and
boss.
So, oh yeah, go to the hospital, get an X-ray. Still have remnants of pneumonia.
Oh my Lord.
And luckily I didn't like crack a rib, tear a muscle or anything. I just pulled the muscle so badly it popped.
Oh, I can't even imagine that.
And so I'm going to try to sit up here.
Jeez.
I typically will cut out dead noise like that, but I would like everyone to understand how long it took me to sit up.
Yeah.
And so right here, sort of around my back,
Yeah.
and then up
Hurts real bad.
And so I got new medications for the pneumonia to help get rid of that fully.
Heck yeah.
Prescription strength ibuprofen. A lidocaine patch for my back, which I have one on right now, but
Nice.
it's coming close to the end of that's life. And the aforementioned muscle relaxers, which are so powerful I'm not allowed to drive while taking them.
Whew.
And so I had to get my brother to drive me home from work today. And look, I was a teenager. I'm going to be honest with you. It's been a little while since I've been on drugs that were not blood pressure related.
Yeah, right.
And muscle relaxers are no joke.
Yeah, seriously.
If you think I'm a silly person, I'm a silly, goofy guy,
just wait till he's on muscle relaxers.
I'll make out when I'm on muscle relaxers. I kept getting yelled at for laughing because they're like, you're just hurting yourself more.
Oops. Sorry, I'm a comedian. Do you not understand?
I'm sorry. Don't you understand that my validation in life comes from other people's laughter?
Don't you understand that I find my jokes incredibly hilarious?
It'd be great to help us wait. Great way to pass the time.
I don't know. I don't know what would be great to pass the time.
Going over a few new band names that I got.
Okay.
Psych, we're doing a Clever Boy quiz. Idiot.
You got me. You got me. Oh, you got me, and I don't like it. I don't appreciate that. I'm gonna eat some gushers now, but I don't appreciate it.
Oh yeah, gush me. So I decided to do another sequel to a quiz. Now, this one was not as popular or as Who's Bonier or Is It Vegan? But I still think it was a fun quiz, even if you got it completely 100% wrong. Are you ready for the sequel to Geography? Feed Me, Seymour?
No, I'm not ready. But I'm going to complete 180. I'm going to ace this one 100%.
So this one I made a little bit easier for you. I'm giving you vegetables, other produce, things like that. And you have to tell me from what continent you'd find it.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Where is it native to?
You said continent?
Yes.
Okay. There's 7 of those. I have a 1 in 7 chance every time. Yeah, it'll be
You
fine.
have a 1 in 6 chance.
Oh, right, because Antarctica doesn't have any
barren tundra.
Yeah.
Vegetable number 1. Produce number 1, let's just say. Bell peppers.
Bell peppers. That comes from, that's a good question. Bell peppers are quite often used in Mexican cuisine, if you will. Which means they could come from this continent. Who knows? Peppers usually grow in more arid areas. I don't know about bell peppers actually, but I do know spicy peppers grow in more arid areas. But they are grown in the U.S. They are grown in Mexico. So it could be this continent of North America. Could also be, and Central America, I guess, is tied in with North America. It could also be South America, which has a lot of, I guess it's a lot more like humidity. It's a lot more rainforests and stuff like that, where I know there is also deserts and stuff like that, I think. I don't know. In South America. South America, though, has a lot of like Mexican, Spanish kind of cuisines, which would traditionally, I think, more Mexican use the bell pepper. So I'm tied between those two. South America. All right. I'm gonna go with no. I'm gonna go with Central America. No, I mean North. North is Central is part of North. North America is my final answer.
Final answer. Okay.
Yes.
As it is true that Central America is part of North America, it's also considered somewhat of a subcontinent itself.
Okay.
However, like you said, what you said was true. And so thus, your answer is correct.
It's Central America is where
It's
they're
Central. So Mexico, Central America, and sort of the tip of Southern America.
Okay.
The northern tip of South America.
Yeah.
And so if you had stuck with Central America, 100% right. But since there is a little bit of leeway where Central America is technically America, or North America, I should say, then there you go. Makes sense?
Yeah. I like it.
Number 2, saffron.
Saffron. I think that's I don't know. I could be completely wrong in the etymology. Etymology? Is that the does it matter? Time, Matt. Time. Focus. While I could be completely wrong in where it's from, I think it's from it's either from like India or it's from I think either like Greece, maybe even. I could be completely wrong on all of that. But I'm going to stick with my gut instinct, in which I think it comes from India. So that would make it the Asian continent, and I'm going to go with Asia. Final answer.
That is incorrect.
Is it Europe?
So you guessed India, which technically is a subcontinent and a peninsula. But you were just guessing the wrong peninsula, as saffron is found in the Iberian Peninsula and the northern part of Africa. More specifically, oh, I already did this specific one. So yeah, Europe. So Iberian Peninsula, so like Portugal, Spain, that sort of area.
Gotcha. So like Europe-ish area, but also kind of Africa?
It's more Europe than Africa, but
Okay.
yes.
All right. Europe was my second guess anyway, so I was close.
Yeah.
But I didn't get it. It's fine.
All right. Produce number 3.
Number 3. Okay.
Apples.
Apples. The Garden of Eden. Is that its own continent? Do we consider it? No, it's a joke. I know they ate a fruit and it wasn't even specifically an apple, but you know. Okay. Apples. Apples could very well be just pure Northern American, but they could also be European. I could see them being European. I'm gonna go European. Final answer. This is it's probably wrong, and it's like a knife to the heart, but I'm sticking with my guns. There's no guns allowed in Europe. Well, most of Europe, but I'm sticking with the guns.
Well, it is true that there are no guns allowed in Europe, in most Europe. I'm not sure what the gun laws in Asia are.
Asia?
But that's where our apples are from.
No way. Okay, where like do you have specifics, or if you don't worry about it. We don't have to waste time. I was just asking if you had some on hand.
China.
Okay.
They come from the look, I'm definitely gonna mispronounce this, but like guys, we know Connor can barely speak English, so they come from the Tian Shan mountain range, which means the mountains of God / heaven, and the largest mountain range in Central Asia.
That's wild. Who would have thought? I didn't, obviously.
Number 5.
Sorry.
You know, the typical part of the quiz where I give you something tricky and you get mad at me and everything like that, right?
As if I wasn't already mad at you.
Well, I know you are, but this makes it more fun for me.
Number 5, you are, but what am I?
Brussels sprouts.
So I think you know that I'm going to automatically go for Brussels, Belgium, which I do believe is in Europe. They're called Brussels sprouts. Like,
The French fries weren't from France the last time we did this.
You're true. Yes, that's true. French fries, French toast, freaking turkey and hamburgers. They're not from the place.
No, turkey's from Hamburg.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going though. I'm sticking to it. Brussels sprouts are from Europe. Final answer.
Final answer.
And there's a listener. There's a listener in Brussels, and you can confirm. I don't know if they can confirm anything, but regardless, I will be very mad. But yeah, final answer, Europe.
Matt, you are correct.
Yes.
Congratulations, you have passed the Kobayashi Maru.
Thank you. I have heard that term, but I don't know what it means.
The unwinnable test from Star Trek that helps Starfleet captains become captains.
Exactly.
Kirk cheats on it, and that's how he becomes a captain.
That's
But
what
no
I
one
said.
can really prove he cheated.
That's what I said. Thank you. That's exactly what I was saying.
I really hate it when you make me be the nerdy one on this show.
We're literally two of
When
the biggest
when
nerds.
only one of us has a tattoo of a D&D podcast that isn't his own. The one on your arm.
Oh, I do. Yeah.
Goodness. How do I remember your tattoos better than you?
Dude, I forget I have tattoos at all. Until
Yeah,
I'm
'cause
like,
you-
oh man, I really want another tattoo.
All of yours are hidden. That's right.
Yeah, they have to be. Boo. I want a neck tattoo so bad, but I can't because it'll hurt.
What
my
a
tooth.
what a
It'll get
leap!
up.
What a leap from all of them are on my back to neck tattoo.
I want a neck tattoo and I want hand tattoos like right on the top. But your boy just I'm not I don't know if I can do it.
I want more tattoos, dude.
know.
It's been
So
it's been too long since I got a tattoo.
Same. I'm so poor. All right, continue.
Oh, by the way, Brussels sprouts are from Brussels.
I know. Knew that the whole time. I was just playing you the whole time.
I've fully gotten your head on that one.
Yeah, you did a little bit.
I looked them up, like hoping that they were for somewhere else, but like they are from Brussels. And then I was like, oh, Matt's not gonna just go with the straightforward answer here.
I did. So what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, bro?
You went with the answer after talking yourself in a circle there for a few minutes, and then gave me the right answer. So,
But I gave you the right answer. So
still technically worked.
number
Much to your chagrin, Matt, I do want you to do well on these.
No,
quizzes.
you don't. No, you don't. You create these quizzes so that I fail. Like you're one of those
I don't
teachers-
create it so that you fail. I created that if you do fail, you still learned something.
No, you're one of those teachers that'll make all the answers C and then make one of them or maybe even two of them randomly like A, and people will have a panic attack because they're like, all of them are C. Why are these A? But I've checked my answer 8 times and I don't know why it's A. It should be.
In fairness, I did do that with a quiz where I said
Yeah.
it was the simple answer isn't always the correct answer.
I remember.
And that was pretty fun.
It was so fun. It was so great. I love that.
You know what I love?
Question.
Produce number 6. Tomato.
Gross. Excuse me. That was my bad. I'm not a big fan of tomatoes. I'm sorry. I'm not a big fan of tomatoes plain. I like tomatoes in things, like salads, and I like ketchup, which is obviously not tomatoes. I mean, it is tomatoes, but
It's a fruit smoothie.
yeah, exactly. So tomatoes traditionally used in a lot of Italian dishes. However, they could have come from other places, just like saffron. Did we say saffron came from China? I don't remember what we said. No, it was one thing. Apples came from China. They traditionally, yeah, maybe they might be North American very commonly, but they came from China. So maybe tomatoes didn't come from, I'm going to go with Europe anyway. I'm going to say they're Italian because they grow grapes. Maybe they grow the tomatoes on the vine too, just like grapes, and they're wine. Europe. Final answer.
All right, final answer.
Yes, sir.
Italians are to the tomato, much like the Irish are to the potato,
Oh man.
except just a little further down, as the tomato is from Central and South America.
Wow. That's actually surprising.
Mhm.
I would have expected the tomato to be from like Asia, but
No, that's why it's used in a lot of Hispanic cooking. But fun fact about the tomato, and I know this one for true. For the longest time, Europeans thought they were poisonous because they were using like hard metal materials on them that like were poisonous metals to like cut them or eat them off plates and everything. I think like lead plates or something like that. And so they were like, these are demon devil fruits. Look at the red coloring of them. They are here to curse us.
Europeans are so stupid.
This is what happens when you don't teach everyone to read. Florida.
America? The
Number
United
7.
States of America? America. Sorry.
Number 7.
Yes, sir.
The grapefruit.
The grapefruit. The grapefruit is a fruit that is quite like the orange. The orange. But it is not. It's far more bitter. Far more bitter. I have to eat it. I have to sprinkle a little stevia or some sugar on there. If I want to eat it raw. But the grapefruit, I think, sounds like it. Obviously, citrus fruits grow in more tropical climates. So that makes my guess South America. Final answer.
That is correct.
No long speech and intro onto that being correct.
No, I need to save time to explain why. So it is South America because it's from Barbados, which with the way that the Bahamas and those islands are split up, Barbados is considered South American, not North American.
So it's kind of like Central American, but like it just falls on the South American line.
Sort of, yeah. If you had said Caribbean, I also would have accepted that answer because Barbados is part of the Caribbean and all of that stuff. But yeah, it's from Barbados, and it. Fun fact about grapefruit: it is the cousin of Rihanna.
What?
Rihanna is also from Barbados.
Oh, I didn't know that. All right, what's number 8?
So, see, that one was classic misdirection in a joke because I set it up to make you think I was going to say they're the cousins to oranges.
Right. I would have even accepted lemons or limes.
Lemons aren't naturally growing, so they can't technically be the cousin.
I mean, technically they can be if grapefruits also aren't naturally growing. Who knows? I don't.
If they're not naturally related to you, are they your cousin? What are we doing? Oh, number 8.
Yes.
The honeydew.
The honey. I hate. Oh, do I hate honeydew? That also could be. The honeydew is from Asia. Final answer. I'm not even gonna do my thought process on that.
No thought process out loud. All right.
Nope.
Then you wanted to speed through it?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. It's from Africa. It's from Morocco. Number 9.
So close.
Durian.
Durian. Oh, that's the fun fruits. That's Asian. Final answer.
Final answer. All right. That is correct.
Woohoo!
All right. Number 10. Arguably the most important one that you can know.
Yeah.
Garlic.
Oh no, don't do this to me. I'm a garlic boy, I swear.
We've made this our whole personality over the last year and a half.
But where does garlic come from? Garlic is a bulbous vegetable. Okay, vegetable? Is it a vegetable? I don't know. And it grows in the ground, and that seems Asia. Final answer. I'm not gonna do my thought process on that either.
Then I won't spare you any details. That is correct.
Whoa! All right, go
Matt,
me. You can do it, buddy. You can do it. Sit up. I'm so proud of you.
I'd like to point out to the listeners, this isn't me sitting up from like a laying position. It's me sitting up from leaning, just for a little bit more of an accurate understanding of my pain. For you freaks out there. Well, Matt, that's another victory in the victory column for you, bringing you to your clever rank of 22, which gives you the title of I don't know about you, but I'm feeling clever too.
Oh, hey, that's good. That's good stuff. Look at you. Oh, so proud of you. So proud of my boy.
Do you want to know something else that's good stuff?
What's good stuff? What else?
What's good stuff is Puzzle Room Pittsburgh, the partner of this show.
Yeah.
And they've given us an exclusive discount code for our listeners. And that code is Garlic Boy. So if you'd like to unlock the thrill of adventure at Puzzle Room Pittsburgh, use our exclusive podcast promo code Garlic Boy. Immerse yourself in the 3 exhilarating escape room experiences: the study, seeking Sasquatch, and escape the undead. Use our code Garlic Boy for $5 off per person on your ticket to a mystery, excitement, and endless fun. Just visit the website at www.puzzleroompittsburgh. puzzleroompgh.com and enter the Garlic Boy in the promo code field at checkout. And don't miss out on the ultimate escape, and book it now.
Do you like being scared for your life in a dark room with Bigfoot noises and rainforest noises and all the other things? Go to puzzleroompgh.com and sign up now for the Bigfoot room that's definitely going to get renovated here like soon, very soon. You'll never experience.
That's why you got to go now so you can still see it before it gets redone.
You could go in. There's a little tent, and you die, and
voila. Matt, don't tell anyone.
I'm just
spoiling it, dude.
I'm just saying, there's a tent. That's not spoiling anything. It's like one of those scenes from like every movie where they're in a tent and something's like on the outside of the tent. That's not even remotely at all what it's like. But you get that feeling, you know, that you're in a movie, that you're gonna murder Bigfoot. Don't murder Bigfoot. He's a good guy once you get to know him. Connor, I see you unraveling something over there. What are you unraveling?
I'm unraveling the same thing that you have in front of you. If you wouldn't mind unraveling all of them and placing them on the table in front of you.
I currently have a 10-pound bag of unidentified foiled items that is bread? It's bread. Or maybe it's not.
It's bread.
It's bread. Guys, it's bread. It's corn.
Matt, listener, I was on TikTok and I saw someone use a different liquid than water to make their bread. And so what I have done is enlisted the help of one of my friends who is a master baker. Shout out to Abby. She's a great fan of the show. She was happy to help us out here.
We love you, Abby, but I'm about to regret saying that in about 2.5 seconds whenever I unwrap all this bread and eat it, because I'm sure I have to consume some of it.
Yes, it is.
Oh, great. Why is this one also wrapped in cellophane? Why?
Mine was like that too.
Oh, they're intentionally okay. Okay.
Oh boy.
That was green. Why is it green? I don't want to know. Wait, do you know?
I know what they are, yes.
Ah, unfair. Okay.
And so what this is Matt has mentioned several times how he's always wanted to be a detective. And so you're going to use all of your senses and context clues to try to figure out what liquids were used to make these breads.
No. Okay. So the problem the problem is I'm really bad at identifying flavors, which is why I'm not a chef. And I can't cook without a recipe because I'm a little baby boy who can't cook. Um, I I had a green popsicle once, uh, and I tasted it, and everybody was like, "It's you have to know what flavor it is. Like it is so obvious what flavor it is." I'm like, I don't know what flavor it is. I didn't know. I didn't know what flavor it was. And
Was
they
it
were like,
lime?
yeah, I think so. But I was like, it could be green apple, or it could be something else. I didn't know what it was.
Think, Matt, does it taste like green apple?
Well, to be completely fair, every flavor that we eat, and I mean mostly specifically, I've heard this about banana flavoring, is from what bananas used to taste like.
Yes.
And is not what they taste like now. And
Correct.
I think that most flavors are like that because they don't taste anything. When I'm eating grape, which nasty, doesn't taste anything like grapes to me. Doesn't taste anything like grapes to me. Banana doesn't.
Could be why I like cherry flavoring, but I don't like cherries.
Yeah, because it doesn't taste like what cherries taste like. I don't know.
All
But
right.
let's do this.
Matt, you should have a long and flat one. Maybe sort of looks like this. So this was the one with the cellophane on it.
Cellophane. Yeah, I got you.
So let's sort of break bread here together.
Break bread.
Um,
Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Here's the inside of the bread.
Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven.
So we are tasting this, and Abby has made it very clear that she wants us to taste this. She has asked me every day this week, have we tried the bread yet?
It's crumbling everywhere. I don't know. Well, I'm a mess.
Ooh. Boy, is that dense.
It's pretty dense. It's also kind of sweet. Sweet, but maybe even a little like sour-ish. I wouldn't say sour, just like.
Now, listeners, one thing you should know, if you're not familiar with baking in general, is baking is very different from cooking. This is one of the reasons why I asked somebody else to help me, because I'm not a talented baker. I've made bread before, but it's not something I'm very good at. If you take a recipe that has specifically been made to like use this amount of this amount of this, and this amount of this, you're supposed to do it as exactly as possible, because that reveals the best results of whatever you're trying to make. And so we have messed with that by adding in these different liquids, some of which have added things to them. So like sugars, other things like that can mess with the cooking process. So one thing I want to ask you, Matt, is also while you're eating these, which one do you think is the closest to bread?
What? Am I supposed to answer you now or when we've
just as we're going through? Do you want to tell me now what flavor you think that was?
Yeah, because I will forget in probably 2.5 seconds.
Right.
I have no idea. So it's a liquid that was added to it, correct?
Yes. The only difference between this and that main recipe that I got is the liquid that was used. So instead of water, they used whatever liquid was asked of them.
Obviously, safe liquids, correct? It's not like I'm eating Pine Sol right now.
It's gasoline.
I said. So it has that kind of sour, kind of tangy flavor, but also like kind of sweet in a way. And it's possible that while cooking it, it got rid of or diluted some of that sour flavor, which is kind of why I'm thinking it might be like lemon juice. I have no idea. I could not tell you. I'm going by flavor profile alone and not actually what it tastes like, because I could not identify that if it slapped me in the face.
Matt, you are very close. So it's not lemon juice, it's lemonade.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's still pretty dang close. Lemons.
Yeah. So that's why you're getting that sweetness and that tartness all together.
Yeah.
That's somewhat sour in nature.
Cool.
So the next one. Describe which one you want to try next.
So this green one, it's kind of green, or bluish, maybe even. This one right here. If you it pops more in the camera. Like that's just green, like a bluish green. So this is the one that I want to. Oh my lord! Look at that cross section.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh! Look at that. It's so green. Sorry, I'm channeling my inner Jackie, which is to say, their inner Jennifer Coolidge. Oh, that does not smell good at all. Oh, maybe I shouldn't smell it. Maybe I should just dive in. I'm diving in. I'm going deep. You know my head. I wanna be. That is so gross.
I'm honestly not finding much problem with the flavor here.
Really? We're eating the same bread. Same bread?
I'm pretty sure.
So instead of being like insanely dry, this is more like it kind of is dry, but it's also kind of moist. I don't know how that's possible. But it like once you get it in your mouth, it like starts melting and turning into a goo or a paste, if you will.
I like that actually.
Okay. So for this one, I have no idea. The bread flavor is throwing me off quite a bit. I'm going to go based off of color and not flavor. Because I have no idea what the flavor is. So, since it's like a bluish green and our favorite drink, I'm sorry, my favorite drink, I don't know if it is yours, Baja Blast, I'm going to go with Baja Blast was the flavor used. I could be and probably am immensely wrong, but that is my guess.
You're not immensely wrong. You've just chosen the wrong blue drink. And so this is actually blue Gatorade.
Blue Gate. I did not like that at all. It's getting an aftertaste that I'm really not enjoying.
This was actually the catalyst for this whole experiment, as I saw someone on TikTok who made blue Gatorade bread, and I thought it would be fun to try that. I wonder what other effects drinks would have. And so one thing with Gatorade to remember is that it replenishes your electrolytes. And basically whatever your electrolytes are things that you lose during sweat and during exercise. And so what is the one main taste characteristic that you'd give to your sweat, Matt?
Salt.
Exactly. So electrolytes is a lot of sodium that's getting replaced into your body, as well as a few other electrolytes and some sugars. And so that's the extra that's being put into that bread. And so that's why like it is moist, but it's also like,
yeah. I'm getting the flavor now. I think is it the cool blue or the ice? What is the other one?
dude, they're just blue. I don't know.
Okay. First of all, there's different blues.
Don't call it by its government name, though, dude. That's
Cool blue, and there's Glacier Freeze, which is the light blue.
you're definitely a cop.
We all know this, Connor. Okay, let's go with the most bread-looking bread next, I think, which is this one for me. It
The
looks
sort
like
of like the lighter
yeah.
color of the two.
I think you're holding up the weird lumpy mass with like buttholes on the end. That's
Well, I have
no,
this.
that's
I
not
have this weird lumpy mass.
Okay, go to the. I'm sorry to your friend. Your friend made this bread. Yeah, go to that one. I think that's this one.
Do you have like a sandwich fold on yours or this one?
A sandwich fold?
Look at this.
No, I don't have a sandwich fold. Are you sure we did the? I think you might have done, or I might have done the wrong first one because I think that one, the first one we did is no, because I had lemon flavors.
Yeah. Smell this one.
Okay. I'm getting crumbs all over my freaking keyboard.
Yeah, so am I. This one, for me, this has a very strong smell, and I'm kind of with it.
Did you say one was just bread?
No.
Oh, so they all have different.
Yeah. So this one looks like this on the inside. It's still like a very bread colored bread.
Right.
Like this one doesn't seem very different.
It's got super sweet smell. Like a
Oh yeah.
No.
I don't know how yours is. This is the densest bread I've ever tried to touch.
It's pretty dense. I don't even know where to bite into it. Like, dude.
I'm just trying to get some out of the center.
Oh my lord.
Scoop it with my fingers. Oh my goodness.
It's like clay. Like it's like a putty. Oh.
It's just bad.
It's
Sorry,
really what?
I've been trying not to sway your opinion because
No, it's
I know what
horrible.
this is, but this is really bad. Oh,
It's really, really freaking gross.
oh. That was such a mistake. I like this drink normally. Like I'll drink one or two of these a week.
It's like eerily sweet. Like I don't know how to describe it. It's super sweet. And it's kind of like a juice, I think. It's not colored, which is what's kind of throwing me off.
And I'll tell you what, it is surprising that it's not colored. Like this should have a color to it, in my opinion.
Right. No, that okay. It to me it tastes just like a juice. It I don't know. It tastes juicy. Like grape juice, but like I feel like grape juice would give it an insane amount of like something that could not be taken out. I don't know. It's some sort of juice.
I can just tell you, like, there's no points on the line for this. I can just tell you what it is.
Yeah,
Like,
please do.
That is Monster.
Oh, yep. Nope. Now that you say that, yeah, I hate Monster Energy drinks, and that's why it tastes like that.
I use them when I'm driving back from work late on the weekends, just so I like make sure that I stay awake and everything. It's a better flavor to me than Red Bull, but to me, Monster always has that like greenish brown color to it.
Yeah,
But that bread kind of looked like normal bread.
it's just white. Like it's
But
just bread.
there's so many things inside there that just ruined that as bread.
That was that was probably the worst one we've tasted so far. The other ones were tolerable. That one was not.
I'm gonna do a palate cleanser here.
I wish I had something to cleanse my palate. I have Oreos and Gushers. That's not going to help. So Monster is, to me, probably the worst energy drink. I would rather drink a straight Red Bull than Monster. But it's probably because I drank 6 of them in one sitting and I got sick to my stomach. Don't come at me, Mom. I was depressed. All right? Chill.
College makes you do things.
I was in a place where I was what's that self-sabotaging kind of thing? No, I mean a mental place. Where I was kind of self-sabotaging myself. I guess that's self-sabotaging. By drinking just 8 Monster. I was punishing myself. That's exactly what I was doing. I was punishing myself. It was real stupid. It was real dumb. I shouldn't have done that. But now I can't drink Monster Energy drinks. I prefer, we're not sponsored, but please, Ghost, for the love of all that is good and holy, sponsor me because I drink at least 8 of you a week. Ghost Energy drinks. So they're 0 sugar, and they don't have the bad sugar in it. They use good sugar, and I think they use like tea extract and coffee extract to get their like caffeine amount. So they're not good for you, but they're not bad for you. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there are a lot of energy drinks out there that are really bad for you and have no good qualities, like no good things about them. Ghost Energy drink, good things. Again, not sponsored, but I would not be opposed. Try Ghost. Seriously, Connor. You would like it, I think.
Yeah.
They have a lot of different flavors. They have like Swedish fish. They have sour green apple. They have Sour Patch Kids, both blue and red flavors. They have sweeter flavors like a tropical mango flavor, which is really good. I can't even break this bread. I'm literally trying with all of my might. There we go. I got it.
Hold on. I have to.
You get a better scent flavor when you open it. Oh. Okay.
Oh, this is that.
I don't know how you got like a super sniffer over there.
It literally gave me a chill.
Okay. All right. I'm getting some notes. All right. I'm getting some smelly notes. And I kind of think, but again, if it's what I'm thinking, it would have color. And I'm surprised it doesn't have color. But
mine has a more like darker.
Yes, I was thinking it would have an actual like a Roy G. Biv color. Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. You're just watching us eat bread. I'm sure
Some of them aren't even watching. They're just listening to us eat bread.
You're just listening to us eat and say how gross bread is. Okay. I'm not tasting it.
Honestly, I'm digging this.
I'm not digging the texture.
I don't know. This one's the best bread texture out of all of them today.
All right. Instead of eating more bread, because I don't want to, it doesn't taste good. Again, no offense, but these flavors should not be bread. So I was getting hints of like cherry Kool-Aid is what I was getting hints of, like straight up. When I was sniffing it, I was getting hints. When I ate it, nothing. I could not taste a single thing. So because of that scent flavor, I'm gonna go with cherry Kool-Aid as a pure guess.
See, this one is probably difficult to like pin down and try and guess because it's not just one flavor.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
There are actually 23 flavors within this bread.
What flavors, Connor?
23 incredible flavors, all the way from Waco, Texas.
Is it Dr. Pepper? Was that really Dr. Pepper?
That was Dr. Pepper bread that we just tried.
Okay, I should have gathered I was digging this bread. Okay.
Look,
Sorry.
it's not just because I'm a super fan of Dr. Pepper, because I think you're one of the people that could rival the enjoyment I feel for Dr. Pepper.
Aw.
Except for maybe my buddy Joel. But
Ouch. Joel is not better than me.
Joel doesn't drink the zero sugar one.
Zero sugar.
I don't drink zero sugar Dr. Pepper.
I've seen it.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
But yeah, I it's not just because I'm a super fan. I think that one worked out very well. And
Gosh, covered in flour.
I think you guys should try doing this at home, either with the same four flavors we did, or with whatever liquid that you like best. Try that. Maybe we'll do this again, and we can try out some other things.
The moral of the story, and we did this so you technically don't have to, but the moral of the story is try new things. You may find something that is absolute. How do you think Waco, Texas guy got 23 great flavors to work together? He trialed and errored is exactly what he did. So test some new things. Get some new bread. Get some new bread going. Don't be like everybody else. Break bread and be merry. Okay. All right.
I am back from repositioning.
I'm situated.
I had to stand up there, and it is difficult.
I got most of the flour off of my desk.
I'm pretty clean here.
Right.
Matt, what is your topic for this week?
Okay. It's a bit controversial.
Oh no.
And I know it's controversial, especially to you, which is why I brought it up. I will bring it up.
Are you talking about how Sokka's not going to be sexist?
No. Oh goodness, no.
Okay.
I'm happy they're doing that. I think they could do a better storyline with him. Anyway, because they could instead of making him sexist just towards women,
Just
they could
fully racist.
No,
Like
God.
them dang earthbenders.
No, they can make him have a superiority complex where he thinks he's better than everybody, not just women. Which would make his character depth and growth even just the same. Really, it would make it better, so that he's not belittling a single, people group, and instead singling out everybody, which is not singling out anybody.
You want him to be more hateful towards larger people groups.
I want him to think that he's better.
Specifically, take them down for specific reasons. Maybe like where they were born, where they were from, how they look.
I'm a little worried. About this show. I know it's this isn't my topic. This is supposed to be a little bit darker, a little bit grittier, still have some of that fun and that laughter and that comedy. I'm worried they're going to ruin Sokka. They're going to take him and they're going to make him into what he was in the movie. Sorry, the movie we don't talk about, but he was just serious and stoic and annoying, and he wasn't even funny at all. Sokka is the comedy guy of the group. Come on. That's his thing. Anyway, I'm sorry. My topic for this week is how much I hate the Golden Girls. Hate it. Absolutely hate it. I know you have watched the Golden Girls, and I know you enjoyed the Golden Girls. So Mia has been watching the Golden Girls for the last month. Every time she has a free moment, it's Golden Girls, and that's fine. I'm absolutely, if she enjoys the show, enjoy the show. Please enjoy the show. I don't like any of the characters, a single one of them. They're all terrible people. They're terrible friends. They are
stop you right there.
Terrible people.
I'm setting a 5-minute timer.
Okay.
I disagree with you so heavily on this topic. I'm giving you 5 minutes to try to convince me that it's right.
I will
Not even just like it's right. I just want I'm giving you 5 minutes to make your point, and then we will never discuss this again, and I will pretend like you've never said it.
Okay, sounds good.
Until I have to hear this in my edit. Are you ready?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm feeling generous. I'll give you 6 minutes.
Okay, sounds good.
Go.
So I've been watching the show with Mia just about every time she watches it. Sophia is a terrible mother. And every single time, and I can count it down to the second, every time she gives any sort of compliment, she undercuts it with either wanting something or she undercuts it with an insult, which kind of defeats the purpose of the compliment. Her daughter, Dorothy, yeah, that sounds right. Her daughter, Dorothy, ain't much better. And she is terrible to arguably the best character of the group, Rose. She's absolutely horrible to her in a lot of really mean and I can't even call it sarcastic ways. Like, she is sarcastic and she is kind of funny. But she's just straight up mean. Every time Rose exists, she is pissed off and has this much patience. Enough about those two. Blanche is a Southern heritage woman who fully embraces her Confederacy. Fully embraces that because she's literally part of like a convention of women that meet regularly about how their Southern heritage and how proud they are of it, which is a different thing entirely. She's also like the most stereotypical, I guess, of the group. She's like the Barney Stinson. If you've watched How I Met Your Mother, or the listeners have, she's just every single sentence that comes out of her mouth, just sex. It's all about sex. And while that's fine, if you want to live your life that way, absolutely, please do. She also doesn't care about anybody. She's completely self-absorbed and self-obsessed. She doesn't care about anybody to the point where she actually wanted her daughter to have her baby in a completely different state or different city, because she didn't want her image in the town they were in to be tarnished. While I accept in this show that there is some character growth ish, it doesn't really carry over most of the time episode to episode, but there is some character growth in the episodes in which, for example, they had the baby in the town that Blanche was in, and she was making a lot of underhanded comments most of the time. I digress because I only have a couple minutes left. Rose is probably arguably, and honestly, to me, objectively, the best character of the group. She's nice. She's innocent. She's nice and innocent, and she is friendly to most everybody she meets. But it's completely, I don't even want to say undercut, because her niceness is completely separate from her absolute stupidity. They made her so dumb. And I know it was an older show, but it's literally just like the epitome of the dumb blonde stereotype, which shouldn't be in media anymore. And I know this was back then, so maybe it was one of the first examples or one of the earlier examples of the dumb blonde stereotype. But honestly, it was dumb to do that in the first place. The dumb blonde stereotype is just rude because there's a lot of dumb people out there. Not all of them are blondes. Actually, yeah, it doesn't matter. I just have not been enjoying the show. I will watch it. I have laughed at a few moments. I do recognize that there is some character growth in the show. But overall, they're horribly, horribly unhealthy people with a ton of stuff that they need to work through and get over. And That's it. I got nothing else. I just don't like them. I don't like them at all.
I think you have some valid points there. I'm going to stop your clock for you.
Okay.
No, I stopped it. That means go away. Thank you. But a few things to note. So they don't do Sophia. What you might have missed if you haven't watched every single episode is that Sophia has a head injury that makes her be very blunt. And that's why she has to live with the other ladies, is that Dorothy is now like in charge of taking care of her and like doing things for her and everything. And so like her rudeness and everything like that comes from her just basically having the inability to filter herself. And that leads to hijinks and gets them in trouble and stuff. And it's actually a very fun plot device. But it's not just her being mean for mean's sake. So go ahead, make fun of this disabled elderly woman if you'd like to.
Go away. I hate you.
B. Arthur's Dorothy. You're fair. She's mean. I don't have anything to defend her. I don't know why she's so mean to everyone. I can't remember an excuse for why that character is that way.
I don't think there is one. She's just mean.
Blanche. In the original series, they never bring up the racism and like talk about really like what it is. But in the sequel, The Golden Palace, they do have a discussion about it. And they do like talk about why it's bad. And like Blanche is like, but I don't understand. This is my heritage. And it's actually Don Cheadle as the manager of the hotel they live at that is like talking about like why it's bad and everything. But it's like it's the Clinton era like racism talk about it. So like it talks about it and discusses it in a very like special episode sort of fashion. Like if you remember from like 80s and 90s sitcoms of like the special episodes.
Yeah, the educational ones.
It's like on a very special episode of Boy Meets World.
yeah, right.
But they do start talking about it, and there is a little less pride in it going forward. And Rose is just a sweetheart.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, she's raised in a small town. She doesn't know a lot. Okay,
a small town that dresses up in white sheets and introduces all the new people.
Yeah. She didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
She didn't know better.
She
And yeah, that led to some things that she might not be proud of nowadays.
She had no idea she was part of the KKK. No clue at all.
But what you failed to remember is that she was super popular in high school.
Was she really?
Yeah. She was either prom queen or homecoming queen, one of them. She was so well liked. And she was a bit of a Blanche during high school, if you know what I mean. She had a few hundred boyfriends.
Yeah.
And so like valid criticisms, but I just think I encourage you to watch more of the show because yes, there are flawed characters, and but it doesn't make it a bad show just because the characters are bad. Because if that was true, no one should like Breaking Bad or The Walking Dead or Suits.
I agree with you. I do not think that there are perfect people, and therefore there should not be perfect characters. I guess I just have a problem. Like, they're just like so mean. Like, I don't know how they can call each other friends with how they treat each other. And it's not even like it's not even like you and I. We joke with each other. We call each other like absolutely reviling things, like terrible things that nobody should ever, but we know it's a joke. You know what I mean? When they take advantage, in my opinion, of Rose and just make fun of her and all that, they're not doing it as a teasing friendship way. They're doing it as in, I know you're stupid and I'm going to take advantage of that by saying things that you won't get.
Is there some sort of relationship that you can compare that to then that is different than friendship?
Bullies?
I was thinking more like siblings.
I guess. Yeah.
If my brother and I didn't look like the same person with a different like if he didn't look like the Super Smash Brother variant of me, I don't think people would know that half the time when we say things to each other that it's because we're brothers.
Yeah, I guess.
And
That's
so
fair.
they bicker like sisters do. They're mean to each other like sisters do. And it's not like Rose just sits by and takes it all the time. She dishes it out just as much as the others do.
Sometimes, yeah.
And like she gets upset at things and like goes with it. And Blanche and Dorothy get their comeuppance on many occasions, and things happen. And it's a sitcom. You're not supposed to like them. It's also just fun to remember. This was in the 80s, buddy.
Yes.
It was a fully different time.
I do know that. And they actually surprisingly have good conversations about topics that we're still facing in modern day, like LGBTQ stuff. And
For sure.
they make some comments and say some words that maybe are not exactly PC anymore. But they have good conversations, and they're honestly a bit more accepting than a lot of people are today of certain things. So for that, I do commend them. Like I have liked things like that. And like you said, in the sequel series, which I didn't even know existed, they do broach some other topics that that are a little more like tough to broach. But they handled them well, I think, at least for the time period. And so while I can see the appeal, I just don't enjoy it. But
Which is fair.
My opinion, I don't enjoy seeing them treat each other like garbage. And that's just me.
And your feelings are valid, and I just wanted to understand your side of the story. I'm not here to change your mind on this. It's not like with the Sorcerer's Apprentice where your opinion is fully wrong.
Say that to the entire One Shots podcast group, because all of them said that they liked the movie. So except for you. So,
I'll die on this hill.
you can die then because you'll be wrong.
I'll give you 10 words.
Sure, go ahead.
That was a reference.
Yeah, I know it was a reference, dude.
I can't spoil that yet.
Guys, you gotta listen to the One Shots.
In like 2 weeks, listen to One Shots.
Amazing stuff is happening. It's so good. Sorry.
Speaking of which, if you'd like to watch or listen to TGB One Shots, go ahead and search that wherever you get your podcasts, or you can find it. Information on it on our TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook. You can also find updates on this show and new things that we're rolling out here soon for you. Things that are interesting, fun, and different than what we normally do. So keep an eye out on those platforms for when we announce those new things. And another place where you can get like more different and exclusive content from us is over on our Patreon. If you're someone that just wants to show us support and love, don't really need anything in return for it, you can go ahead and subscribe to that $3 a month tier. But if you'd like to get something from us that you can't get anywhere else, go ahead and subscribe to our $10 a month. Get that free, not free, get that, go and get that exclusive content.
Well, it's free once you pay for it.
Right. Including our after show for TGB One Shots, where we kind of talk about the episode, breakdown, how we felt, and sort of why we made some of the decisions we made in the episode, and really like analyze the episode and D&D as a whole. It's a lot of fun.
We go into our characters and like our character development and our character choices. It's so good stuff.
On one episode we leveled up, and so you got to see like how that was going, I think, right?
Yeah, I think did we was the randomized character creation a Patreon thing, or was that an actual episode?
That was a free episode for everyone.
Ah, man. That was really good. I thought it was Patreon. My bad. You got some cool stuff for free, but we do a lot of stuff like that on the Patreon.
You can also head on over to redbubble.com if you'd like to support us. Fun fact about our store, it is currently 30% off. I believe from the 5th to the 11th.
crazy.
And so, am I right on that?
Sure. It's 30% off from a certain time period to another certain time period.
Look, there's a sale going on as this episode is live, and that's what's important.
You'll see it on the website or app. You'll see it. So go do that.
Just head on over there and like check that out.
Please. I actually might buy some stickers myself. Who knows?
I probably will too. I mean, there's also some really nice hats and shirts, and things like that. It's so worth it, wouldn't you say?
I would say completely worth it.
Finally, head on over to youtube.com/@thegarlicboys and look at the video versions of the episodes, but don't just look, watch them. See what they are.
Peruse
See what they're up
the
to.
thumbnails. That's all you have to know. No, actually watch them.
Look at them, love them, like them, subscribe, comment, whatever you want to do to them.
Do all that.
Just check it out. Matt, do you have a supplementary mom report for this week?
Because we were talking about the I almost said Gilmore Girls, the Golden Girls. Gilmore Girls, however, is a really good show.
Fantastic show.
Because we were talking about the Golden Girls, I'm gonna go with the one character that I can actually sort of like, and Rose Nyland is a great mom. I'm sure she actually is a really good mom. So Rose Nyland, there you
go. I just think Sophie is my favorite character on that show, so I'm just gonna give her a shout out.
Fair. That's fair. It's that you're most alike, especially when you're on these muscle relaxers.
I don't know what you mean. I'm not a blunt person on muscle relaxers. Sorry. Any final thought for us tonight, Matt?
Yeah. It's gonna be a very quick one. No, it's not going to be a very quick one. Never mind. Please enjoy TGB One Shots. That's my final thought.
Go ahead and go listen to TGB One Shots. It's a lot of fun and it's totally worth it. Honestly, they do get better as you go through. I promise you. But as always, remember to stay garlicky. Can you just give me like a bullet point of what you were gonna say?
Percy Jackson.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.